Hi folks, welcome back. It's Lynn with PFM Arts, and today we are going to do a little bit of journaling, and the prompt is 22 of my favorite childhood memories. Now you might think to yourself this is very similar to what we did, which was 22 things I like to do as a child. But I thought that this could be a little bit more specific, so that's why I phrased it a little bit differently. Now, sometimes you just don't feel like journaling, but feel like you should probably journal. So that's what we're kind of doing today. This is a slow journaling process, I would call it. So I thought that I could use a book page from a Reader's Digest and maybe just ink up the edges and glue it in there and then just write on top of it. And I think I'm going to use my tearing ruler and just go ahead and tear this down a little bit so it fits better into my book page. But so today is the second day after Halloween. I hope you guys, if you celebrate Halloween, that you had a great Halloween. We had a crazy amount of trick-or-treaters here on Halloween. We had over 450 folks show up. But I mean, it's really awesome. Like, our neighborhood goes all out for Halloween every year. And I really like it, and I really enjoy the kids in their costumes, and then the parents too. They also make me laugh. So yeah, we had a really good time. So I'll just tear this down. So I just tore it down to where the text is, and yeah, that'll be a good size. Okay, I think I'm gonna ink it up. Let me go grab some ink. Okay, so I grabbed my ground espresso, and for this one I'm just going to use a plain black marker to write down the things. And I was going to grab black soot, but ground espresso was on top, and it's very, very similar anyway. I am using a makeup brush that I picked up at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree. And these ones are, you guys have heard me talk about them before. I really I like them. And if they fall apart, they fall apart. It's fine. I've only actually had one of these things fall apart on me. And I probably bought at least a dozen of them so far. So, I mean, that's not all that bad. 1 out of 12. And this is much cheaper than I found ordering them off Amazon or getting them at Walmart or any of the other big box stores. I tried the Daubers, I think Tim Holtz brand, but I mean they were okay, but it seemed really expensive to get the replacement pads, and then you couldn't really wash them out, so like once they were done, so you just had to get a replacement pad. But this works pretty well for me. I mean, you definitely can see the lines where I hit it a little bit more heavily than I hit other areas. But that works for me. Yeah, I'll just do that. Now what I could do, actually, I might do that. I was thinking I could rip it, I might do that for a different one. I was thinking I would rip it up and then make kind of a collage-y looking thing. But we can do that for a different one. I decided to do it for this one because I was looking at my list that I made a while ago for this particular prompt, and I noticed that I didn't put down reading as some of my favorite childhood memories. And again, I said before that, this was a little bit more specific, but I just remember reading a lot as a kid and reading in, different places. Like, oh, right, so I was in, I don't remember, I don't know, I'm going to go with like 4th grade. So I was in 4th grade. Oh, and by the way, all I'm doing is I'm just gluing this with a glue stick just so I could stick it down. I was in 4th grade, and for my birthday, my mom took me to get a perm, but it was a surprise. So she took me to the library, told me to, get some books because we had a really long trip. It was like, I don't know, like 35, 40 minutes. And then we went and got my hair permed, and it was awesome. I looked like a poodle, y'all. I loved it. Crazy. Look back at those pictures now, I'm like, oh my god, what are you thinking? What in the world were you thinking? Anyway, so like reading, like there was a lot of different specific reading memories for me. All right, so 22 favorite, or just 22 childhood memories. 22 childhood memories. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write the rest of this, and I'll speed this up and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, there we go. Here are my 22 favorite childhood memories. Some of these are specific, some of these are kind of vague. Some of these things that I just did, you know, over and over, like sewing with my mom and doing crafts with my mom. And while I was making this list, I remembered that my grandma, my Nana, and I, we used to make books together. And just like when I was thinking about my favorite things to do as a child that we did the other week, and then looking at my favorite childhood memories, I mean, obviously there's a lot of similarities to this, but there are so many things on here that I still really enjoy doing. And I just think it's funny, ironic maybe, I'm not sure. So the more things change, the more things stay the same, kind of old saying. Anyway, so this was a really quick one. It was really easy, really simple. Like, you don't have to go over the top when you're doing journaling, guys. I like showing you different ways of doing things, and honestly, I do like the way that this turned out, because it's just very plain, and I like it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.